everyone, and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today, I got the request to show more Mesoamerican civilizations, and so what's better than one Mesociv? Two Mesocivs, as Survivalist, playing as the Aztecs in blue, gets ready to take on the Bloodless, playing as the Mayans in red. Now, while the players herd their herdables explore their immediate surroundings, oink, 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 where the hell are you going? And try to get their butts up to Feudal Age, probably Castle Age, because we're on Arena today. Why don't we take a look at the Civ matchup that we are going to be watching today before we ask ourselves, are these the most useless walls in the history of Age of Empires? Who knows? As Survivalist deletes them anyway. Now, the Aztecs, a warrior monk civilization. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every single monk tech that's researched. So a fully upgraded Aztec monk comes with a massive whopping 100 HP. That'll help with the gold cost of upgrading your monks, which is significant. Every single relic that our Aztec will gather today generates 33% more gold. That's to support their monks on the battlefield. All Aztec military units do train 15% faster. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their infantry can be upgraded to get a massive +4 attack boost, which is great for their unique unit, the Jaguar Warrior, an overall middle-of-the-road infantry unit that comes with a pretty good +10, then +11 attack bonus against other infantry units. Eagle Warriors, take note. And that's to support their military production. Aztec villagers do carry 3 extra resources right from the very beginning of the game, and they start the game, take a look at the top left of your screen, with 50 extra gold. So on an open map, I would say they basically get Loom or 2 militiamen for free to drush their opponents, but on a closed map like Arena, what that means is they're just a little bit quicker to get up to Castle Age. Now, who might they want to drush? Who might they want to attack? Today, it is the Bloodless, playing as the Mayans in red. Very much a civilization that pushes its players towards archer units. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to throw a second, albeit weaker, projectile. I love catching the wall demolitions. The gate's always fun to watch as they collapse into a pile of actual dust. Their foot archers for the Mayans, except for those skirmishers I just mentioned, do become progressively cheaper as the game goes on. 10, 20, then 30% cheaper in Imperial, which does help them mass their unique unit, the Plumed Archer. This is the fastest foot archer in the game, and one that comes with a small attack bonus against infantry. So our Aztec, beware on this side of the map. Now, to support your ranged units against the enemy, Mayan walls are 50% cheaper, buy one, get one free. And so your archer units can stay safe behind a lot of these, and the Mayans can upgrade their Eagle Warriors to get a massive 40 extra HP. Now, to produce as large an army as possible, Mayan resources do last 15% longer than normal, and they start the game with an extra villager but 50 less food, which can help them reach Feudal Age faster, start taking advantage of those cheaper archers. But more realistically, what that means on a random map like this is that the Mayans start the game housed, which is why eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that the Bloodless in the beginning of the game was researching Loom while he constructed his first 2 houses and allowed him to train his first villager. Those are the 2 civilizations we've got before us. Very similar on paper in terms of, let's say, theoretical similarities, similar style economic bonuses, similar style bonuses for their skirmishers. Both have fun units that have attack bonuses against infantry. Both have Eagle Warriors, one that comes with 40 more HP, one that comes with a +4 attack, which is just redonkulous. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. And as viewers of the channel know, I love when these 2 players meet on the ranked ladder, because there's usually fireworks. And so Survivalist already beginning to explore where his opponent is. The Bloodless exploring as he's seen. I believe we saw his Eagle Scout kind of meandering next to these walls a little bit, and so he knows exactly where his opponent is. We'll see whether or not Survivalist puts on some pressure here to get the relics. Generally on Arena, lately we've seen Survivalist play a little bit defensively, and so I don't know if that's going to work out for Aztecs, who kind of need relics. It's not like want relics, it's kind of need relics on a map like this that's enclosed against an opponent you've met many times on the battlefield. I really wonder how Survivalist will play this. For now, the 2 eagles passing each other. Poke, poke, poke. Oh yeah, HP going down at the exact same time. RNG is going to kick in for one of these players. Oh, come on. Let's see. Who do we think is going to win this? They're literally going down at the exact same moment. 6, 2, and it is the Bloodless, our Mayan Eagle Scout, who takes the kill, draws first blood, blinds his opponent. And now I wonder how many relics our blue Aztec has seen as this eagle. Okay, I mean, you got the kill. Now you're kind of just... You know what this is? This is like when you go to the grocery store and you are selecting a loaf of bread and you kind of just like, you know, you're not really supposed to, but you stick your finger, kind of push into the bread and see whether or not it's nice and fresh or it's firm or soft. That's kind of what that Eagle Scout was doing. Let's see how many relics our Aztec has seen. Oh, goodness. 1, 2, 3. Survivalist has not seen the furthest, pardon me for that on and off light switch there, has not seen the furthest relic from his base and has also not seen the one closer to the Mayan base. Our Mayan, of course, sees that one, but has not seen the 2 relics to the south. Or pardon me, the one to the south and the one right to the west. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. There you go. So he's seen 4 relics to the 3 of the Survivalist. That being said, we're not exactly watching civilizations that have access to stables. And so we'll see whether or not a barracks goes up for our Aztec, who is currently housed. But this is Survivalist, which means that he's going to plop down a house so that once he hits feudal age, by the way, at the pretty much exact same time as his opponent, which is always fun to watch. I think Survivalist will edge out the Bloodless by maybe a millisecond. I've learned to watch here on the bottom right side these Roman numerals to see who hits it first. Let's keep an eye out for the next 7 seconds, see who actually hits it first. I think it's going to be Survivalist. Yeah, it is Survivalist. Literally a split second ahead. The old Market Blacksmith combo for red, the old Market Blacksmith combo for blue. And let's see. Like we saw, the Aztec does start the game with 50 extra gold. But you know what? To be fair, at this point, at the 12-minute mark of the game, they both have the gold they need to go up to the next age, the castle age. And then I'm really curious. Survivalist does have the wood for a barracks. Did our Mayan plop down anything at all? Not at all. Not yet. Now, I think it's actually red who is clicking up to castle age a few milliseconds ahead of his opponent. And there it is. So I was my thought process sometimes is so meandering, a word I've already used like 9 times tonight. It's so roundabout and confusing and jumbled. The whole point I wanted to mention, which started with the loss of this Eagle Scout, is that losing an Eagle Scout may not necessarily be the worst thing in the world, because without a stable, you can just plop down a barracks and then start getting Eagles out anyway. Eagles do come with a nice, healthy attack bonus against monks. I believe the Warriors, I want to say +8 against monks. And I'm sure Survivalist, yeah, there we go. He's going to already... Ooh, a Spearman. The hell is he training a Spearman? Oh, line of sight, maybe. I actually don't know why he's training a Spearman. The line of sight on these is fantastic. But whether or not the movement speed is something you want, okay, in any event. Not exactly a unit that's going to run into a horse anytime soon with 2 Mesoamerican civilizations. On the other side of the map, we've got a barracks for our mine as well. 2 additional Eagles are going to pop out. Okay. Did he miss the one in the middle? Oh, that's so sour for Survivalists. Look at that. Look at that right here. Oh, you love it and hate it at the same time. And here, yeah, why the hell? So let's see. That's the line of sight on an Eagle Scout. This is the line of sight on a Spearman. Why the hell did Survivalists build a Spearman? Is it just muscle memory that he thought he was facing a civilization that had horsey units? I can't imagine why he did that. But here we go. A Tinkle Tinkle 3-way as red backs away. He does have a few Eagles. Where are they? One has popped out of the settlement. Where is the second? Or, pardon me, the third. Careful, careful. Don't go in there, it's a trap. Oh, he couldn't go in there anyway because he's dead. The Bloodless gets 2 kills to 0, basically. Survivalist going up to a second town center. Interestingly placed, okay. Right in this little nook. Second TC right next to the stone for our Mayan, who is now being shooed away by a trio of Eagles on this side of the map. Okay. So a little bit of a ping pong back and forth situation here, but the Bloodless does have 2 kills. Did Survivalist manage to see? No, come on. You didn't see that relic, and he definitely didn't see the one to the south. And let's see how this all works out. Third town center for our red mine as well. I do apologize if if in the middle of a sentence you hear me just coughing. Still not over this annoying cough. My goodness. The wormwood pills, or pardon me, drops have arrived. I will be trying that. At this point, I'm freaking desperate. This cough has just been consuming me for the last month and a half. Basically, since before October. Oh, the monk comes out. The monk dies. Is it +8? It is +8. Look at that. Yours truly actually knows this game. So Survivalist manages to get the first kill of his game tonight. And now these very slow Eagle Warriors, not super slow, but fun to watch, are going to be running around. Survivalist takes a bit of a poke to the ass. But now he's added another Eagle. He's got a monk here. So the monk will try to convert one of the red Eagles, or maybe not. Yeah, there we go. And that's usually enough to shoo away the opponent's army. What's the HP on these units? We've got 6 to 5, and yeah, okay. So Survivalist definitely can't take this fight just yet, but you know what? Now he can. Ooh, maybe not. I say that as red adds another Eagle to his cohort here in the middle of the map. Maneuverability of Eagles always fun to watch. Not exactly as fast as Scouts, not exactly as mobile or agile, but they are such a fun unit, especially, I mean, this is why, I mean, aside from the fact that awesome viewer requested more Meso Civs, which I'm always down for. I'm never going to say no to these two or even the Incas. I mean, who's kidding who? Who's kidding who? I'm never going to say no to any civilizations in this game. These two players, but on Arena, generally you do see the game go into late stages. And when you see late stage Eagles, they are incredible units. A whole slew of attack bonuses, lightning fast, very powerful, whether or not you have a +4 attack, whether or not you have +40 HP, doesn't really matter. They are just lightning fast, super fun. And so I'm really hopeful that this game goes into late game. It might be a 30-minute game. We might see one clash in Castle, maybe early Imperial, and Bob's your uncle. Uh-oh. Okay, manages to get a conversion before his, I was going to say maybe untimely death, but when you're facing a band, a convocation of Eagles on your own, out without any kind of support, your team has abandoned you, cough, cough, looking at you guys. It's not really an untimely death. And where the hell is our Mayan going? He is castle dropping the very entrance of the Aztec base right next to the stone. Let's see how this goes for our Mayan. Okay. So like I said, might be a 30-minute game. Meanwhile, Survivalist is on the complete other polar opposite of the world. Looks like he has finally discovered this relic. In the meantime, both players have gathered 2 relics apiece. Survivalist will gather the 3rd. And he's going to be facing off against a Siege Workshop double monk. Massive amounts of villagers here. How many? 13 villagers. This is 20% of the Mayan economy is here. And now, is the bread stale? Is the bread fresh? Our Eagles are about to find out. Wheelbarrow getting got for both players. And now Loom for Survivalist. Because, of course, why the hell not? You are under attack. Your base may be breached. Your Eagles feel like they've been tethered to this spearman, and so they're moving a little bit slower than they should be. What's going to pop out of you? A ram? And let's see how this goes for our red Mayan, who is antsy in the pantsy to get into here. But Survivalist, not his first time playing Arena. He is already shuttling relics to the back. Look at this amazing gameplay out of our Aztec. Battering ram full of 6 Eagles, running very quickly straight towards... I was going to say a house, question mark, but no. Market? Okay, he's going after the market first. Shoot away by a whole group of Eagles here. And now the villagers are inside the base. Oh my goodness. Look at the Bloodless' stone count. He's got another castle up his sleeve. Okay, how is Survivalist reacting to this? He is reacting by the classic... Hey, you're castle pushing me in castle. I'm gonna head up to Imperial. My castle's already up, and then I'm gonna just treb you to hell. In the meantime, though, he's losing his market, but gets a monk. Oh, these monks can't garrison inside the castle. The gate's in the way. 3 monks bite the dust. Ouch, that was very sour, but not a free get, as it looks like all of the forward eagles for blue have died. So Survivalist doesn't really have much of an army at the moment. I'm not too sure Aztec has got redemption just yet. No, he hasn't, which means these siege rams, which are moving very Mongol-like, are gonna be nice and safe. Well, nice and safe from monks. Oh my goodness, look at this, the Bloodless. Sold wood, bought stone, sold food, bought stone. Another castle. He is choking Survivalist. I mean, I don't want to say I'm like Nostradamus predicting this game is going to last 30 minutes, but it sure is looking like this game is going to last 30 minutes. Another castle. I mean, Survivalist needs to mine as much stone and then get the hell out of here before he loses 5 or 6 villagers. Right now, he hasn't lost a single one. He says on the tip of his feet, on the edge of his seat, whatever the expression is. Look at the look at the mini map. What is this? A quarter of Survivalist's initial settlement completely neutralized, and now the Bloodless is taking his gold. There must be a mining camp built behind this, right? Yeah, there is a mining camp built behind this. But 1 mangonel is enough to shoot these rams away, as is the presence of a castle, as is 5, 4, 6, 3, 2, 5, 4. I don't know why, how to count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know, what the hell did I say? 5, 4, 6? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I mean, I think I should know how to count down from 6. Mangonel has to be careful. No, especially now that Bodkin's ready. But the question is, now what does the Bloodless do? He's 1 minute and 20 seconds away from Imperial himself, which means, to be fair, by the time he hits Imperial, Survivalist will only have 2 trebs. He'll have 3 castles, will our Red Mayan. If he repairs one of them, he can pump out a lot more trebs than his opponent. He just doesn't have the wood for it right now, but he's got 48 seconds to get the wood. This northern portion of the settlement is exposed. Where is Survivalist's army? Plumed archers are out on the field. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Plumed Archers. One of the coolest units in the game, but not a unit you want to take a mangonel shot with, even though one of their selling points, in addition to their speed, is their chunky HP. A good attack round there, even better attack round there. Will he get the conversion? He gets the conversion, but it said don't step, don't put your, what is it? Don't step on the grass. And he dipped his toe onto the grass. The castle fired, and even though his eagle, his converted eagle, ran away, he still got. Tell me these aren't still just basic 0-0 scouts. At least, okay, at least they have 1 armor. What a bonkers incursion so far. I was so excited to see plumed archers. Where are the last 3? Where even are these units? Oh, 2 of them are down here. Where's the 3rd? 3rd is somewhere hiding. One of the Mayan castles is down. Now he's going crossbow. Okay. Remember, in Imperial, 30% off. Sometimes I scare myself with ooh, did the treb hit? No, they look like the treb may have hit a villager there. I scare myself with the mathematics that comes out of my mouth. Okay, 5 villager kills. Trebs are shelling away at the plumed archer. Always fun to see. Will he get 1? Will he get 2? Will he get 3? He gets 1. But not before 2 blue villagers do die. And now the Bloodless is kind of turning around. And it is in fact Survivalist who, off the back of 1 castle, has outproduced his opponent in trebs. And what is the what's the famous, oh, was it Rommel? No, it wasn't Rommel. Oh, I'm trying to think. There was a famous comparison of the German tanks in World War II, the Tiger tanks, to the American tanks. And I forget who said it. I forget if you know what, it may have even been an American. Maybe it may have even been Patton who said it. I'll have to look up who said the quote, but it basically said something like, one German tank is worth the same as 4 American tanks. The problem is the Americans always have 5. And that's similar to how Survivalist has so many more trebs than his opponent. Like I said about 20 minutes ago, please follow along and try to follow along the confusing, jumbled thought process that is Cast of Empire's brain. As one Eagle Scout still tries to cause a little bit of trouble here. Let's see what's going on around the map as the Bloodless's position is being gotten. He's only now establishing a foothold in the center of the map. So as cool as that push was, as amazing as it was, I mean, number one, Survivalist has already walled himself back in. Number two, he didn't take map control and start teefing resources right from the beginning of that push. And so now he's getting out there. Uh-oh. Be careful. 2 monks, 3 monks will fall. But 3 monks is all you're gonna get. One villager here did die to the eagle, I believe, not the snow leopard. Not too sure what the hell a snow leopard is doing here in the middle of this very tropical looking green grasslands. I'm gonna have to look up who said that quote. I forget if it was an American general or a German general. No. Oh my goodness. Nail biting some of these moves, but oh, here you go. Now, unfortunately for our Mayan, the Aztecs do get siege onagers. And when you go archer units, siege onagers are going to come out to play. What's going on up here? A single Arbalester gets a villager. It will Survivalist react. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, unfortunately for the unfortunate, you are squishing and squashing and pancaking archer units that are 30% cheaper. And so you're going to need to get a lot of value for that onager. Number one, going up to onager and then siege onager. Not a cheap endeavor, but that was nice. But if you're only going to get 3 for 1 onager, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to pay for itself. And here we go. All of a sudden with that 1 treb down, no more treb advantage for our Aztec. And looks like either Survivalist pulled his villagers up top. Another fantastic pancake. But again, only 4 Arbalesters for 1 onager. I don't know if these trades are worth it. I've already proven myself to be quite moronic and imbecilic at times. I've already proven I can't do mathematics in my head. How many kills? Oh yeah, no, he killed them all. He killed them all. Yes, please. Let's see Aztec siege onagers. Let's see 30% discounted Mayan Arbalesters. Chainmail armor for your 1 Eagle Scout. Okie dokie. And here we go. Let's see whose micro will prevail here. Unfortunately, it is always an uphill battle. And there is El Dorado for our Mayan. We are about to see an eagle push. Yeah, baby. Tell me he's got squires. No, he doesn't have squires yet. He's definitely going to want squires. If you're going to be trying to run around killing onagers. There's the eagle warrior. There's squires. Okay, so I don't need to tell. I don't need to tell him how to play this game. We are 40 minutes into the game. 2 siege workshops to the south. Why the hell does he have 2 siege workshops to the south? Not too sure. More importantly, how many barracks is he going to? Only 6? I'm not sure you can keep up with the Aztec war machine with only 6 barracks. But let's see, where the hell are you going? So many odd movements from trebuchets. Now, the fun thing about the Jaguar Warrior... Ooh, look at that. I managed to click him before he died. So proud of myself. Usually my clicking is terrible. When fully upgraded, I believe they have the same pierce armor as a standard Hussar, if I'm not mistaken, which is 2+4. Although we'll see if that is something we get to see. Okay, now we've got Elite Eagle Warriors. No attack boost, but 100 HP. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to zoom out a lot in order to catch all of this action. Unfortunately, always an uphill battle against siege. Although you gotta be careful, you can't siege your own units like Survivalist is doing here. I do apologize. I know some of you are watching this on a smartphone. I'm trying. Oh, disgusting. Absolutely sour. I know some of you are watching this on a smartphone. I'm trying not to zoom out that much. Bye, birdie. Okay, 4 Arbalesters continuing to shell away. They might have been more useful down here helping their friends, but their friends are fully upgraded speed-wise, 1.43, and 1 Eagle in the middle of all of this. Ooh, now, in addition to their bonus attack against monks, I believe Eagle Warriors come with a pretty freaking good attack bonus against siege. Mangadai levels, I believe, +5. There you go, +5. What a ridiculous unit, the Eagle Warrior, but fantastic attack rounds out of Survivalist so far. But will he be able to save? He does not. Such a badass unit. Well, I'm happy this game didn't end after 30 minutes. I'm glad Survivalist stuck around to push back. Three fresh trebs from the south. Not too sure where the hell they even came from. Closest castles are over here. And look at that. He's going to start Tiefing Stone, but no. There's a Mangonel unit here already. Oh, goodness. Oh, not like this, villagers. Not like this. I know there's action to the center of the map, but I can't pull my eyes away from this. Oh, okay, maybe I can. And we'll keep an eye on that. Another Onager falls, another Siege Onager falls. These Eagles are going bonkers, but they can't really engage into the Jaguars. Look at that, +11 against infantry. Not too sure why it stays at a +10 against Condottiero. Seems kind of unfair. Going after the Onager yet again. Will he get it? He does not before he gets got. Looks like Survivalist has cleared up all those stone miners to the north, while his stone miners in the center are getting cleared up. I mean, these two are just so well balanced. Finally, an attack upgrade out of our Mayan. Hello. They're definitely gonna get this, right? Yeah, they get this. And the Bloodless is pushing in. Castle is down. 3 trebs are still here. Now you can start shelling away this infrastructure, which, to be fair, is not that scary. 3 archery ranges and soon to be 0 siege workshops here in the center. But how do you deal with the Jaguars? Even the Arbalesters on a 10 attack. The Jaguar, what's the armor now? Yeah, look at that. 6 pierce armor is not bad. What are you building up here? More archery ranges for our blue Aztec. Tell me our Survivalist has Autolot. Yeah, he does. So he has +1 attack and range on his skirmishers, which is pretty balls upgrade. Look at that. 9 range on a skirmisher, 8 attack, and then on top of that, all the usual bonuses. And when your opponent's army is pretty much all Arbalesters, Autolot is pretty much a pretty amazing unit upgrade. Eagle dies. Not before getting a villager, though. Now I'm not too sure the Bloodless can press in anymore. His Eagles are fully armored, and these are so tightly grouped. There are a few rather... why did I feel like there were 2? No, there are more than 1. There are, in fact, 3 very hungry siege onagers. We've got militiamen here at the 49-minute mark of the game. Okay, they're not militiamen for long. They are men-at-arms with arson and iron casting very soon. And Survivalist leaves his base. What? Okay. I guess he deleted that segment of the wall, but there's a bunch of eagles chasing those onagers. This is amazing. Survivalist got a lot of good damage with these onagers in the earlier stage once they popped out, and he was killing arbalezers left, right, center, up, down, uptown, downtown, didn't matter where. Lately, I feel like they've been a bit lackluster, and they've just been getting sniped by these eagles. Now, the Mayan eagle, not exactly discounted, not like the Incan eagle, whose food cost gets cheaper and cheaper as the game goes on. But the base is open. Looks like there is a wall segment that wants to go up. Onager to the north, Onager to the west. They both fall. For his part, Survivalist has every single blacksmith upgrade available to him. And finally, Blast Furnace for our Mayan will round out his blacksmith upgrades. Oh, attack round, but again, these aren't your grandmother's eagles. These are 100 HP eagles, which means one attack round is not enough. Looks like the Arbalester Eagle combo has also killed here. I mean, this game is playing out like an Arabia game. There's so much maneuvering here in the center. Usually, there's a 3-part meta where the players rush up to castle, go after the relics, and then go up to Imperial and fight, which I feel like did happen in this game. Which I probably should have mentioned earlier, but pardon me. One eagle falls to the castle. Okay. Okay, wow, what a lucky shot. Both last eagles fall to the castle, which has 6 kills now. 2 more eagles, 3 more eagles, 4, 5 more eagles run in, hoping to find maybe an onager, but no, there's not one here. There's instead a castle with flaming javelins behind it. Is this even been walled in yet? Or walled out? Or walled off? Or walled in? No, let the onager out first. No, what a big mistake. Another onager bites the dust. I mean, how much gold is left on the map? Well, there's only 300 gold left on the map. Survivalist needs to be very, very careful. Now he's getting the he's getting sappers. Okay, maybe he thinks he's the Spanish. He is at 200 population, so why the hell not? If you're going to start throwing units away, might as well be villagers. He's got 144 villagers, our Aztec, and he's going skirmishers. So I'm not too sure that he needs 144 villagers. I love that every time one of these two players pushes into the other, there's always an outpost, a forward outpost that comes with it. Like I said, these two are just, they've become like the MBL versus Heart of the Rising Stars that I love to watch. And you can see why. We're almost at 700 kills. The game's at 55 minutes. Their scores are literally 1% apart. I have no clue who's winning this. Hoardings for the red castles. Now tell me he's got Hulce Javeliners. He does have Hulce Javeliners. Now I'm not too sure it helps against these skirmishers, but it sure as shit helps against these Jaguar warriors, I believe. Your normal attack of a 7, although I guess it would be, yeah, it does add a +1. The Hulce Javeliners, the way that works is the second javelin that's thrown by these skirmishers, they each throw 2, it just does 1 damage. The only upgrade that affects it is ballistics, so no blacksmith upgrades or whatever. It just always does 1 damage to the unit it attacks, which means against high pierce armor units, it doesn't really add much. Or sorry, oh my goodness, the other way around. Against high pierce armor units, it adds fantastically. Against other skirmishers, I don't think it adds very much. But against these onagers, look at that. 2 onagers in exchange for a bunch of skirmishers, even though those pancakes were amazing. Again, with so little gold left on the map. Now no gold, no stone left on the map. I'm not sure Survivalists should be trading out onagers for skirmishers. That being said, for the second, maybe third time this game, it is Survivalist who is putting on the pressure, who is pressing out into the map, who is destroying Mayan castles. Let's take a look at the villager count. 144 still for our Aztec, 126. So, as resources start drying up, as we enter into a bit of a trash war stage, ignoring the existing resources with... pardon me, I'm going to interrupt myself, which you guys know I do a lot. Squires just now? What the hell were your Jaguars doing before? Riding on top of a turtle? Oh my god. But ignoring the fact that Survivalist has 4,000 wood, 3,000 food, he might have a few too many villagers here if you're going to engage into a trash war. And man, oh man, can these two civilizations have fun with their skirmisher trash wars. One has the extra javelin, one has extra range and attack. Actually, you know what? Let's actually compare the two, because why the hell not? As I know people absolutely hate skirmisher versus skirmisher. So the Aztec attacks on an 8 against 8 armor. So they do 0 damage plus 4. They do 4 damage to a Mayan skirmisher. The Mayan attacks on a 7 against 6, which is 1. Then they do 4 damage on top, which is 5. And then they throw the second javelin, which is 6. So the Mayan skirmisher actually does 50% more damage here. Let me know if my math is correct, but I believe it is. Obviously, everyone who says anything believes it's correct, but while they disengage, 8 minus 8 is 0, plus 4 is 4. Okay. 7 minus 6 is 1, plus 4 is 5. And then the second javelin, yeah, 6. So in fact, the Mayan skirmisher versus the Aztec skirmisher is a lot stronger. 50% more damage. Now, can't ignore the fact that the Aztec skirmisher does come with 9 freaking range and can always outrange the red skirmisher. You can't ignore the fact that the blue skirmisher comes with a hell of a lot of support here in the form of these 4 hungry sharks who get a fantastic attack round there. Ooh, will he get the kill? Will he get the kill? Oh my goodness. Yeah, he does get the kill. Okay. And now, both players, I mean, their resources are ludicrous. Our Mayan has 10,000 trash resources and enough stone for 2 more castles. Our Aztec has almost 7,000 trash resources, but has the better army on paper here. And who's kidding who on paper? On the ground, 2 jaguars. Onagers, but wait a second, I see a hungry eagle. No, it dies. But I love that the Bloodless was building this archery range so the jaguars couldn't surround. They had to engage into a kind of an alley entrance choke point there. We're an hour into this game. Look at the scores. Now they're only 4% apart. Eagle, eagle, eagle. I'm assuming he's going after the one he thinks is weaker. Nope. Why is our Mayan not building more castles? Not that I think he's going to go plumed archers, but at least some kind of static defense to zone out these onagers. I get he has 2. And by the way, throwing a second javelin adds another attack against trebuchets. So anything that has ridiculously high pierce armor, Hulche Javeliners is fantastic against. Oh, onager for the win here. Oh, clumpy. I think he got his own jaguar there. Because any other, like, for example, even if you have an 8 attack against this 150 pierce armor, you're just doing 1 damage. Whereas here you're doing 1 damage and then the second spear does another 1. So you're actually doing 2 damage. So you're now doing 100% more damage to high pierce armor targets like this trebuchet. What is Bloodless doing? The hell was the point of this? Looks like this skirmisher has no kills. He does have 2 trebuchets. Where did these 2 trebuchets come from? They were down here, now they're up here. They're teleportation pads available apparently for the Mayan. Oh yeah, overkill much as that one jaguar takes about 30. Actually make that 60 javelins to the face. Survivalist does have, again, more relics. It looks like the relics have been booted from their monastery. And remember, for the Aztecs, 3 relics generate as much gold as 4 because they do generate 33% more gold, a third more gold. Oh, he's got to be careful though. Again, you can't keep losing high gold targets, although maybe if you got 4 relic gold generation, you might be able to. Who knows? We'll see how this game all plays out. While these mangonels are dying, it looks like to the north, Survivalist is pressing into here as well. Bloodless is down to 101 villagers. But wait a second, Trebs are undefended. Trebs are completely undefended here. Attack round's not the greatest, and now he can't really attack round this. He's gonna, okay, not gonna attack round. He does immediately and loses his last Treb. And look at the minimap all of a sudden. Down goes the outpost. Skirmishers chasing away lumberjacks, but they're just lumberjacks, and on arena there ain't no shortage of wood to be had. We've got archer units in the center, archer units coming to meet them. Where are these Trebs coming from? They must be teleporting all over the map. They're to the north, they're to the south. Of course, no murder holes means that one Jaguar warrior will take down that castle. And as beautiful as this is, doesn't really accomplish very much. I will be about 100 years old and in the grave before that archery range falls to those skirmishers. One Jaguar working away, a bunch of skirmishers heading this way as well. So the Bloodless, his economy is down to 90 villagers, 89 villagers, 87 villagers, 86 villagers. He's just getting gutted, but it's okay. Don't worry. He's got 10,000 trash resources and a massive army, 89 army count. We'll keep an eye on the attack into his base, but look at the flaming javelins being thrown. How cool is this? I know there's people that really hate skirmisher versus skirmisher wars, and to be fair, we're an hour and 10 minutes into this game. Holy moly. So maybe skirmisher versus skirmisher is not something you expected to see, but it's pretty damn cool when both of them are on fire and one of them is throwing two. Not exactly a feudal age skirmisher. Now the Treb is joining in. Okay. Is no one selling their trash resources at the market? Does nobody have a market? I mean, 3 or 4 eagles in here, and all of these skirmishers are down. In the meantime, it looks like Red is taking fantastic trades, but has to pull back. The one eagle, oh, the Treb did get a kill. Is it just the first? No, it is a second kill for that Treb. Looks like the attack to the rear here has been cleared up by the villagers. No, they're just kind of huddled around. Survivalist was about to start streaming eagles into the back of the base, but nuh-uh. Bloodless susses it out, stops it. Now one eagle is going to be able to kill all of these skirmishers. Make that 2 eagles. So the attack into the rear of the Bloodless's base is over. His army count is half of what it was, from 89 to 42. Survivalist is still at 200 population. Bloodless is down to 145. Spend your resources. What's his military industrial complex looking like? Only 4 barracks, only 7 archery ranges. If only he had 4,600 wood that he could build more infrastructure. If only. Survivalist, for his part, has breached the 11,000 mark of trash resources. Oh, man. The outpost is still up, by the way, so he can't see a good amount. And wow, Survivalist just outlasts his opponent, crushes his economy, even though the Bloodless at the end of the day is down only 8 villagers compared to his opponent. What the hell did we just watch? What an amazing game. Look at the kill count. 1,383 kills. Yeah, I think I did that right. Villager kill count 78 to 86, almost identical. But at the end of the day, even though he's got 9,000 trash resources, Survivalist looks like he actually did just sell a whole bunch of his trash. He is here. He's got Trebs. Yeah, okay. 1 Treb is not going to last that long against 29 skirmishers. But Survivalist is here with Trebs. He's massing his army. Bloodless has had his economy gutted and says, you know what, it's been an hour 1313. I believe in numerology. It's a special time for me to GG. He taps out, but again, what the hell was that game? That was so ridiculously entertaining. Siege onagers, elite eagle warriors, elite jaguar warriors. Let's take a look at the stats. It's got to be skirmishers, right? 423 to 253. Jaguars to eagles, almost in exactly the same number. Obviously, they never faced off against one another, or the eagle would absolutely get rickety wrecked. 200 arbalesters, mostly in Imperial. I don't think we saw a single crossbowman, although we saw the upgrade go up. And only 33. Why did I feel like there was a lot more? 33 onagers. PKPM. Not every day PKPM at 47 minutes is midway through the game, but it is obviously Survivalist versus Bloodless. I thought the game was going to last 30 minutes. I called myself Nostradamus. How much hubris you have to be as cocky as I was. The game not only didn't last 30 minutes, it then lasted another 43 minutes halfway through the game. Survivalist PKPM 47 minutes in, beginning, quote unquote, of the game for our Mayan with a PKPM of 96. So not exactly the highest APM. Economies, yeah, our Aztec just out trashed his opponent. What is that? 11,000 more wood. Oh my goodness. 22,000 more food. 5,000 less gold, which is interesting. Although our Mayan did take map presence first, and our Mayan does have that 15% gathering, longer lasting, whatever the hell that means. Double the stone count for our Mayan as well. Pardon me, wrong metric. 8-1. My mouse is so used to going here that I was looking at the tribute sent and received and seeing 0-0, and obviously that makes sense. In a 1v1, 8 conversions to 1, 44 raisings to 29, and the final kill count, 736 to 647. And unfortunately, for those of you who hate skirmisher wars, the last little bit of this game was pretty much skirmisher wars, especially here. Look at the battle lines being drawn. This is like something you would see on Wikipedia when you look up a battle and you see those little squares and triangles and arrows and ellipses and all the cool stuff that outlines where a battle was. This is exactly what's here. And look at how freaking cool that looks. At least it looks cool to me. But what a game. We saw Elite Eagle Warriors sniping onager after onager after onager. And at the end of the day, Survivalist has to thank the Aztec gods because he has 3,400 more gold than his opponent with 3 relics. And again, for the Aztecs, those 3 relics generate gold at a rate of 4 regular relics for everyone else. So that is pretty damn incredible to have for a long, long time. That helped pay for basically, actually, not all the onagers, but pretty much the vast majority of onagers were paid by that relic gold, extra relic gold that he had over his opponent. And wow, I'm not going to belabor this. It's been a really long game. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. I'm glad I could catch a Mezzo game, not only 1, but 2 Mezzo civs. And like I said, good similarities between these two with Hulche Javeliners, with Autolot, with I maybe would have been good for Bloodless to train a few more plumed archers. They are still 30% off right now, which is not expensive. If I'm not mistaken, the plumed archer is what, 39 wood, 39 gold, which is pretty damn cheap. But in any event, it looks like our Mayan economy was the one that stalled out first. Our Mayan player just getting pressed into, demolished. And even though he's got a little bit of infrastructure here, he has no gold. He's got 50 gold. He's got enough gold to train 1 Eagle Warrior. And I believe he has a few out on the field, which we're busy cleaning up. I would say behind enemy lines, but it's behind his own lines. All the various skirmishers and villagers that Survivalists were just shoving in one at a time to the back of the Bloodless's base. And wow, what an absolute fun game. I'm glad we got to see this one, and I'm not going to belabor it much longer. It is Survivalist who takes the W after an absolute slugfest, but truly GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.